Hi, friends. Welcome to today's Read Aloud. We are going to be reading our last ocean habitat book. And like I told you before, I believe, I chose this one because the ocean is my favorite habitat. And I've never heard about seasons in the ocean. So we're going to be learning about that today. And so the title of the book is Ocean Seasons. And it's written by Ron Hershey, illustrated by Kirsten Carlson. And it says Introduction to plants and animals that are joined through the mix of seasons, food webs, and habitat beneath the waves. So I am going to turn off my camera for now, but I'll be back with you at the end. Okay, let's find out about ocean seasons. I'm going to go back to that. That is a beautiful picture that shows this. Is that a gray whale below the water, maybe? Oh, and look at this picture. This almost reminds me of down by Salt Creek. And here is the dedication for Jody, a true miracle for those who would like to fathom the depths of nature. Spring is a burst of color on land and in the sea as plants spread their soft, new growth. So, friends, I don't know if you knew this or not, but sea otters will wrap kelp around themselves, kind of like a lifeline, so that they don't float away when they're sleeping. Urchins munch on kelp in shallow Pacific waters, but hungry sea otters eat their share of the urchins, helping the plants grow into an undersea forest of many colors. Mm, beautiful. So, sea urchins, these are these purple things, and they do have poisonous tentacles on them, but you can touch them if you are very, very careful. Many fish, crabs, and shrimp hide and feast in the kelp forest. Diving birds and swimming seals dine on the young fish that live in the dense tangles of kelp. Wow. So here's the fish and all sorts of creatures in here. Crab. I don't know if that's a hermit crab or a sea snail. Beautiful. The humpback whale dives and circle. I'm going to start over. The humpback whales dive and circle under schools of fish. Looking up, they blow bubbles that form a net to trap their helpless prey. Summer is a calm blue sea. Seals sleep in the warm sun. Baby puffins hatch in burrows on a rocky island. Oh, and look at these puffins, friends. They have almost like it looks like hair on the top of their head. I don't think we read about that. I wonder if that's a different type of puffin. Fish grow bigger and stronger through the summer, but they are still food for many birds, bigger fish, and the humpback whales. Mouths open wide, the whales lunge to the surface, straining the water to trap fish using the comb-like baleen that lines their huge mouths. The whales put on layers of fat as they feast. Do you guys remember what that layer of fat is called? Yep, it's called blubber. Fish dine on the plankton that blooms in great numbers and in many kinds. Lights shine from within some of the plankton. As the whales swim through the swarms, the night sea glows like streams of headlights on a freeway. Wow, it sounds beautiful, doesn't it? Autumn winds blow strongly across the sea. The summer lights soon grow dark as the tiny plankton die and fall to the ocean floor. Fall is a time of change on the ocean. Salmon feed in the kelp forests as they return to rivers from distant ocean waters. Seals, sea lions, and humans hunt the salmon. Yeah, our orca whales will follow the salmon throughout the Sound and the Salish Sea. Some orca whales hunt the salmon too. Other orcas hunt seals, sea lions, and even humpback whales. As winter seas grow colder and colder, northern waters become quiet and clear. Atlantic and Pacific humpback whales turn south as the icy winds blow. Winter whales leap and sing in the southern waters. Just like baby chicks hatch on land in the spring, baby whales are born in this warm ocean during the tropical winter. So, friends, the whales head south just like birds do. When winter turns to spring, the whales return to their northern waters as sea plants begin to spread their sparkling growth once again. Nice. So here's a page that you can turn to read all about um, these different creatures: phytoplankton and kelp and urchins and zooplankton and humpback whales, sea otters, lots of different information here. And I will go through these four seasons here and what it says. And then later, if you want to pause it and hit the ocean food web, you can. Seasons come and go around and around. Spring. On land, plants bud and blossom in the spring. In the ocean, marine plants bloom too. Just like land animals, many fish and marine animals are born or hatch in the spring when plants and food are plentiful. These births signal a time of feasting so important that humpback whales travel thousands of miles to dine on the newly hatched fish and blooms of plankton. Summer. During the summer, insects swarm on land and marine plants, phytoplankton, and invertebrates float on the sea's surface. Near the shore, dense tangles of kelp and other seaweeds create undersea forests. Some small fish lay their eggs on those sea plants. Heron and other small forage fish swim away from the shore and become important food for whales. In the autumn, autumn winds blow leaves from trees on land. In the ocean, powerful winds whip the waves that tear leaves and entire plants from the seafloor. Tangles of these plants float like small islands, offering birds and even seals a resting place at sea. The seaweed tangles also wash onto beaches, creating another important food source for small marine life. And finally, winter. Winter brings colder weather to the land and the ocean. In some areas, rain turns to snow and ice might rains turn to snow and ice might line the ocean shore. In other areas, it gets cold, but not enough to snow. Some animals migrate or move to warmer areas in the winter. What are some other animals that migrate? What are some other ways that animals protect themselves from cold weather? That's good information. All right, so let me bring the camera back on and then we will see how many points we have for this book. And if you enjoyed it, remember you can go back and read it on Epic Books. All right, 150. Oh my goodness, friends, 206 points on this one. Nice job. So, our next read aloud is going to be our last habitat book, and it's going to be on another interesting nocturnal mammal about bats. Until then, friends, have a great afternoon.